morning, everyone. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mansions. I'm MaryAnne, and I welcome you to my channel and your daily sun sign love connection readings. I hope you're having a very blessed day. It is a beautiful day with so many wonderful energies and hopefully messages that'll come through for you in my readings. So today, for the super beautiful love connection readings, I am reading for the featured sign of Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac. So this will be the last reading for the first half of May. And then I'll come right back and do it again, going around my astrology wheel from Aries to Pisces for the mid-month readings. Pisces, wow, beautiful water element of Pisces, incredibly perceptive and emotional and sensitive and very, very highly creative, passionate, selfless. There's this feeling of immense love and intention to just give for the sake of giving, not necessarily wanting or receiving in return. Sometimes that's an issue for Pisces, but it's okay. They love from their heart. You know, water is about the emotions. That's how they work and deal and live through their life. You know, there's a lot of sensitivity once again. There's moodiness at times because they're very in tune with the energies around them as well. They take on other people's feelings many times, very empathic, psychic, and just knowing, very wise sign. The 12th sign, you know, they pick up everybody's energy along the way of every single sign. So I love Pisces, and I believe I read, yes, you were the featured sign. No, you weren't the featured. Aquarius was yesterday. You were the highlighted sign for Aquarius. So you're really in the mix now. And I know there's a good reason I'd like to share with you. So let me just explain the format one more time for those that are new. I do read for 2 sun sign love connections every single day. Love being of any kind of category, single or connected, because we have love for family, friends, work relations, you know, the list goes on. And then Spirit picks a highlighted connection for today. So this highlighted connection could be somebody you already are with, committed to, you know, somebody you're very familiar with, you're working with, and so forth. Or it could be somebody coming through that has not been in your life yet, and that's wanting to come through. So let's pick that for you, first and foremost, Pisces. And your connection today is with Sagittarius. So, I mean, it's kind of like on the border there, to be honest. So it's really between Capricorn and Sagittarius. So I'm a little torn, and I think I need to, I'm being asked by Spirit to do it one more time, because it's when it's in the middle like that, it just tells me that Spirit says, try it again. It's a little small board. All right, Spirit, who do you really want to have come through for beautiful Pisces this month, this reading, for the highlighted connection and the information therefore? Well, you came up with Libra. I just like, what? It almost wanted to go half between Virgo and Libra, but it's predominantly in Libra. Let's go with Libra. I like Libra. I'm a Libra. I love Pisces. I have many Pisces friends, lifelong friends of Pisces. And you know what's interesting is the two are what they would consider duality. I mean, there's the scales with Libra that are constantly being weighed and, you know, and trying to find that justice in life and fairness and, you know, love and all that sort of thing in relationships and whatnot. And Pisces is the two fish swimming in two different directions. So there's always that, you know, they're immutable, they're very adaptable. They like to just go with the flow, and they're very much open to new ideas, and they're very in tune to spirituality from above, and they love the earth from below, and they just like, they connect and they just give of themselves, and very artistic and creative and just, you know, full of imagination and inspiration for people. So what's really beautiful for you, Pisces, is that later today, Pacific Standard Time, I should say, we have Jupiter, the most benevolent planet in our solar system, that is giver of gifts and love and luck and opportunity. It expands anything it touches. Actually was your historical ruling planet, so it's very comfortable as it goes into your sign, Pisces. It has been in Aquarius, and it will continue in Aquarius from July 28th on, but it's having this little short stint in your sign to give you a taste of what's coming up. Then at the end of the month, December, end of the year, December 28th through around May, when it then goes into Aries and then back into your sign again. 3 visits to your sign. Usually, you know, Jupiter visits every sign every 12 years, and it's for about a total of 12 months. It's a little broken up for you because of the retrogrades and various things happening. But nevertheless, you're going to get a real beautiful taste of it. And we all get to get that feeling, which is what I love so much. When Jupiter is in any sign, it sprinkles its love and its, you know, energies of positivity on all of us. So it changes things in a beautiful, beautiful way. And what I really like is that, what was I going to say? Yeah, well, just the fact that that's happening. But I do want to also, that's what I was going to say, I'm sorry. I wanted to say that it really is going to predominantly affect, of course, all water signs, because Pisces is a water sign, so Cancer and Scorpio. And this is any one of your natal chart, you know, in your natal chart, any of the natal planets, okay? So wherever it is in your chart, you can look it up for free, will have emphasis in that area, okay? Now, if you, and predominantly Pisces, because it is in the sign of Pisces, Jupiter, but specifically, it will happen at 2 degrees of Pisces. So this is the very, very beginning Pisces. Now, for example, my son, I've known his chart forever. His moon is in Pisces, and it just happens to be 2%. So that's every bit as important. He's going to notice these gifts and these opportunities coming in, and just a sense of more, you know, I don't know, just a healing kind of softness, and love is going to be much more appealing in the way that he wants to give and to share, and I'm excited for him. I really am. So that could be something that you might want to look into as far as when it is, but don't worry, we all feel the beauty of it. We all get the benefits, particularly you, Pisces. And then also next year, all Pisceans will get it, regardless of when you are, beginning, middle, or ending portion of your sun sign series, which is, or season, which is, you know, runs about a month. So I hope that makes sense, but it's such a wonder. I mean, I'm feeling it as I'm speaking to you. It's rushing through me, and I have a Pisces rising, so, but it's way at the end. So, but I'm excited. You know, I welcome any kind of wonderful positive energy. That new moon we had in Taurus, you know, what, 3 days ago now? Maybe even just 2, actually, well, the 11th. And today is the 13th of May. So it's all about the newness. It's all about those intentions. It's all about putting out those intentions and trusting in it, you know, just really believing we do create our lives in many ways. We co-create, yes. There's other factors and other energies and, you know, higher energies that definitely have a lot to do with it. But when we say this is what I choose, we can work with them in a positive way, okay? Because we have that ability. We're doing it all the time, and especially Pisces. Mind you, this is also a time of extreme healing. Pisces represents healing and, you know, rejuvenation. You know, they're all about the cycles, as I said. And I made a mistake the other day, and I want to say it right now in case one of you happen to be watching out there. I said Pisces represents the 6th house. Well, it does for me as a Libra, but not all of us. So you go into your, you know, natal chart, and you look to see, because every single zodiac sign is in the natal chart in one of your houses. And then some planets are in there and all the other variables that are really easy to look over and explain, which brings so much depth and just imagine amazing things that you may not have even thought of, but you knew you were more than just a sun sign, which is what my readings are. So I highly recommend that. But yes, it's in my 6th house, which represents, for all Libras, you know, that happen to be watching as the highlighted sign today, it is the house of day-to-day work, health, regimens, you know, relationships, certainly, family, you know, everything that has to do with your day-to-day, your income, your stability, your well-being. And that's going to be really heightened during this Jupiter in Pisces time, because yeah, it's time to really focus on how you can feel your best. Now, the combination between the two says great things to me, and there's more than a coincidence a lot of times when the highlighted aspect comes in, when Spirit picks this connection. So yes, you've got the beautiful, empathic, caring, devoted aspect of this watery element coming through. Beautiful, mutable, changeable, creative, just dreamy, imaginative sign. And then Libra, the sign of balance and love, ruled by Venus. Now, we're in the Taurus season till next week, which is the 20th, and it'll go into Gemini. But we already have, that's an air sign, and that goes really well with you as well, Libra, because you're an air sign. And of course, Aquarius had Jupiter in it until today, and it'll go back, and that's air. And it's just about love and communication and conversations and connection and networking and working things through and explaining yourself the best you can, learning, expanding your mind, study, leveling up, glowing up in something you're really interested, whether it be a hobby or an actual career, starting a new entrepreneurial endeavor, working in partnerships. There's a lot of it for me, as far as I'm concerned, with this Piscean energy of two, working together is always so much nicer, and yes, I admire, and I've been like this most of my life, being an independent, person capable of working on my own. But when you have the partnerships and the help of others, it just makes it feel a lot better, especially when they're very harmonious. So that's very much indicative of this wonderful Jupiterian energy coming through. And then just in general, Libra and Pisces have a great affinity for each other. They can talk for hours and share ideas, and they're very spiritually minded many times, very intuitive, very in touch with their intuition. Intuition is going to be out of the charts also with this, dreams, things like that. I always recommend you write down special, information that comes through as your guidance through your dreams. Don't be surprised, okay? But it's a great thing, I think. It's another way for the universe to show us we are being supported, we are always loved, and they are there to help and to guide us through our challenges and our difficulties. So you've got the cardinal aspect, that's the going, getting it done, initiating aspect of the Libra, the fairness, the just, the compromise, diplomacy, love of beauty, love of creativity, arts, all the senses that I was starting to say in Taurus season. Taurus is ruled by Venus as well, so there's that beautiful harmony happening with the two of you right there, Libra and Taurus. But just really feeling a sense of real admiration with this connection of Pisces and Libra. And I feel like heightened spirituality is just coming through very strongly right now. So whatever that means to you, this is a general reading, and I'm just bringing in the messages as I'm hearing them, feeling them. And I want to go into the next aspect of this reading, which is always the three major categories for the highlighted connection. Now, like I said, this is the first half of May. So you may feel these energies and these explanations for what might be happening under these categories right now, or it may grow throughout the end of the month, and you can certainly come back and check your mid-month readings to see if it's changing, or there's so many things that can happen this month. Every month is like that, and the new moon just starts a new beginning for you and a channel that you can focus in on with the highest of intentions, always with truth and integrity, and to better your life, your relationships, your compatibility with people, your conversations are key, and the healing that needs to take place in whatever area it may be is very predominant. So yeah, this can last, that new moon can last through the next new moon, which will be, of course, next month. So then we have the eclipses that are coming, starting at the end of the month. I'll get back with that with you later. They change lives instantly, and they can transform things just so unexpected in beautiful ways. Epiphanies, tower moments, that are wonderful, necessary. A lot of change, a lot of wonderful change. And we've been through so much change. We go through it every day and every moment, but these are the kind that you want to see coming. These are the kind we've been preparing for last year. It was mental, and now we're bringing it into the physical form. And that's another thing about the Taurus season. It's about the practical aspects, the things you can touch and feel, the tangible part, the ground, the soil, planting the seeds, watching them grow, recognizing it will happen if we have that trust and faith, and just knowing and believing that with everything we can, and sprinkling it with this beautiful imagination and desire and manifestational, thoughts to bring it through. So the first, like I said, overall energy is what this first category is about, bringing you to this reading, the catalyst, if you were. So the first energy for you, Pisces and beautiful, Libras, is the 10 of Wands. This makes perfect sense. Now, this is a lot of action, a lot of mental, physical, and spirited action. It's the fire element. It is Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and the first eclipse on the 26th is going to be in Sagittarius. This always, to me, represents having taken on so much, even if it isn't physical. I mean, so many, responsibilities, actual burdens at times, things that you felt were really weighing you down. That's coming to an end. This new moon, this new eclipse season, the Jupiter aspect of healing and mending and rejuvenating, renewing with the Mercury retrograde all in the mix, is essential for you. And I mean, on like I said, a spiritual, physical, or mental level. Usually very physical though, just getting it done and not messing around, maybe not even taking breaks. And that can be a little harsh. It can be a little hard on you. The 10 is the new cycle though. You're realizing that you've been overworking. It's vacation time. It's time to respite. It's time to relax. It couldn't come at a more perfect time, because when retrograde goes into effect on the 29th, Well, the shadow period starts tomorrow, so you'll notice little hints and things of things slowing down, changes in plans, rescheduling things, being very cautious and careful of how you communicate, because it could be misinterpreted. Transportation could be slowed down, or there could be issues with transportation. All of it's doable. All of it we live through. Every single Mercury retrograde, there's like 3 a year. And this is in the sign of Gemini, so it's very active in the mind, and they're very much about communication. So yeah, just reviewing before we write or send out those emails, and double checking. Don't necessarily sign any contracts, okay? But this is a burden that you are now starting to delegate and to lighten your load, because more and more of us are understanding, first and foremost, I matter. I need to take care of myself. I'm still healing from last year, and my body is as well. So it took a long time for a lot of us that were having to be more sedentary and not able to get out and do what we normally do. So it's just getting back into it, and it's coming. It's really coming. I mean, that Aries new moon and season, in latter part of March, really just kind of woke me up, and I think a lot of people, but just not overdoing it. Taking care of, going to your appointments you need to go to. If you're feeling the aches and pains, get that massage. I'm a massage therapist. I highly recommend it. And, my clients are coming in saying, it's happening, MaryAnne. I'm going to make this happen now on a regular basis. And that's important. You're important. We are important, so we can be the best for others. That's the thing to always remember. So that's it. That's telling me there's been a lot of work for both the Pisces and Libra connection, just really studying a lot more, maybe learning a new job, learning a new, occupation. I mean, all of that comes into the mix with these new energies. And it's predominantly about our mind, with the Aquarian energy of Jupiter in Aquarian, which is now in, Pisces for about 3 months. But then coming back, and then the Gemini energy and the next eclipse next month in Gemini, a lot about the mind, a lot about our thoughts, really reviewing thinking and being very careful, so that we can proceed in the way that we want to. We work through things that weren't necessarily working for us. The second category is that of possible blessings or obstacles. So that one just fell out. I am going to pick this up. Something tells me it's important. 7 of Cups. Well, that's about the emotions. That is about the cups. We are in Pisces season. When you have Jupiter in the mix, which is going into Pisces today until the 28th of July, we're going to have a lot more opportunities. Things are opening up. Doors are opening up, cups are getting filled, emotions are at the height, you know, and it can be so happy and so exhilarating and, you know, just, well, I got a taste of it last weekend because I got to go away for the first time in 3 years. And my cups are full, boy. It just was everything I could have imagined and more. And that's what we get to work with. We just have to make sure we're not over, you know, zealous, and maybe too many opportunities come in so that they kind of like, oh, nope, that was too much, too scattered. You know, there's that Gemini energy in the mix with all this Jupiter energy. So blessing and feeling extremely grateful for the opportunities, and sitting and just kind of really focusing and meditating on the best one or two. You know, less is more here, but they're there and they're coming through, and they're going to come through fast. Gemini energy is fast as well. But it's beautiful. You've got the sun there, and it's just like, yeah, it's happening. It's really happening. I've thought about this, and here it is. It seems like it just happened instantly, but of course it's always like a stage. You know, they're always in stages, and your hard work is definitely paying off. People are noticing, people are watching. Creativity is at its highest point. So I absolutely love that for the both of you. And together you can do amazing things in a partnership, you know, whether it be romantic or otherwise. When you put your two minds together, Pisces and Libra, you really can be one of the most creative signs in the zodiac. So go for it. You know, dream away and make it a reality for yourselves. And, you know, love it in the process. Just feeling really blessed and grateful. The final category is always finances, because it is something that matters a great deal in this three-dimensional world we live in. And it's about perfectly aligned with Taurus season. You know, what can we work towards that we can then reap the benefits and see, you know, the material world. I mean, Taurus is about money. Taurus is about luxury, ruled by Venus, and just steady, determined. You know, there's that fixed aspect to well, actually both Aquarius and Taurus. It's a very fixed time right now in the skies. So being very set and, you know, really wanting to work it to the very best of our ability, and putting in the time and the patience that it takes, because that's how it works when you plant a seed. You know it'll work, but you do need to wait for that to actually bloom and, you know, and become its full fruit, or whatever the plant may be, like our tomatoes that I planted. That's going to be what, July or August? So I know it's coming. I'm going to wait, and it'll be here before we know it anyway. We know how fast time is going. It's hard to even think about sometimes. It's best to stay in the present moment, and you'll be much better off and grounded with this wonderful energy. So yes, the financial end, and that could be wealth in anything. And you have the Hermit. Oh, I love the Hermit. The Hermit is the sign or this card that represents Virgo. Interestingly enough, that is the latter part of August and through September till the end when it becomes Libra. But that is our highest guidance. That is our intuition. That is the lamp you see in this with the star, which is the representation of Aquarius. See how it all just kind of synchronicity works together? It has to do with astrology. It has to do with our lives. It has to do with people, time frames. And yeah, nurturing, I mean, healing. Wow, Virgo is so healing. And it does represent the old known sages and wisdom that's come throughout time, you know, that's there with us. Like I said, Pisces is a very wise and old soul of the zodiac too, lived many lives, and here to kind of share that information with us, you know, and to help us to grow and understand the different natural processes that happen, right? The cycles, going with the flow. It can be about retreat and relaxation, which is so important during the retrograde time. It's about, you've got this idea, you've got this inspiration, you know what's going to happen, but because of the definite, you know, changes and things that happen with Mercury, it's about us tuning inward and double checking everything. It's not a bad thing. It just slows our roll down a bit. So be it. That's when you take your vacation. That's when you kind of kick back and say, I'll let you take this over, universe, right now. I'll be there for you, and I'm raring to go, but I think it's more on your time right now. And then when that's over, which is what, fully by certainly July, it ends on the 22nd of June, but we've got the shadowy periods before and after. So yeah, July, you're good to go. You are good to go. And you will get guidance with your own beautiful higher power, your own intuition. That'll be super heightened through July in Pisces. But you'll also get, heavenly guidance too. All you need to do is ask. And then listen and allow that time, okay? Allow that silence. And things can grow immensely, and it'll be in ways you don't necessarily even imagine. I love letting the universe kind of take over that way and surprise me. So I really love this reading for you, and I love the fact that, you don't have to take everything on, and we tend to do this. I know a lot of Pisceans that are workaholics. They're just like, they never quit. They're always in that cycle. They always believe. They have faith. They leave a lot to the universe. Libras are no exception either. But it's time to kind of really not maybe be working as hard, but maybe smarter and finding out ways to do just that. Entrepreneurial aspects come into mind very strongly, making your hours, your time frame. Many Pisceans run their own businesses, and they're very artistic, and they like doing things on their timeline, and they do extremely well. And everybody in the zodiac can. I'm just bringing up the high, the more positive aspects and personality traits of the sign, like I do in my channel. So let me finish with, just culminating the message for this highlighted connection with the beautiful Oracle rune, which has been around for centuries and has so much incredible, powerful wisdom, and it's about time frames, and it's about, just what it represents. I'll make it simpler by just letting you know right off the bat. So I look at the picture on the back of my little booklet because I'm learning them. I've known about them and watched other people talk about them, and now I want to know and have it be a part of my everyday existence. So this is it looks like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's this shape. It is a beautiful amethyst rune that wards away toxic energies. It's a healing stone that I always like to keep in my pocket. I have one as I speak. I'm surrounded with them here. My beautiful amethyst angel, the beautiful amethyst stones that have been given to me from friends and clients and such. It's just family. Just feeling that wonderful protection. And that's what happens with the beautiful Pisces energy as well. So that particular rune is, let's see that picture. Oh, it's Othila. And it's number 23, and 2 plus 3 in numerology equals a 5, and we are in the 5th month. And 5 is about challenge. It's about change. It's about transformation. When I think of transformation, I think of Pisces because they're like a chameleon, and they can change and mutate and do all sorts of things. They become that which they are surrounded in. They're very impressionable. They're great actors and actresses for that reason. All of a sudden, when they have a good friend, all of a sudden they pick up their characteristics, and they just take it in. They're very, very sensitive that way, and creative and talented. So let's look and see what the actual, meaning and time frame behind this is. Once again, 23, and that is, well, the word associated with Othila is ownership. So yes, something about a private matter or something you are about to start, a business, a YouTube channel, being your own boss, sole proprietor, a home, I don't know, something you could collaborate with somebody to invest in and become ownership part of. The time frame is between May 13th and May 30th and June 13th. So it's all about the Gemini boy. I kind of have goosebumps right now because it's coming. It's coming, and the importance of the Jupiter in Pisces is really going to kind of just make amazingly magical opportunities come before your eyes, and you're going to think, where did that come from? But at some point in your subconscious, because we're all connected, it's a conscious that we're all a part of. a collective conscious is you were thinking this, you actually manifested this. So it's always good to be aware of what you're thinking and wanting, right? But that's exciting to me, and that eclipse will really make it just like, boom, very expedient. So the words associated with this also are home, assets. Ooh, it makes you think you're buying or purchasing a home, especially. And so, and by the way, Mars has been in the sign of Cancer. That's your fellow water sign, Pisces. And that's all about home. That's all about family and protection and security and stability. That's a beautiful trine right there. That makes sense with this as well. Inheritance, family, tradition, learning from the past, good luck. Of course there's good luck. Whew, I love this oracle. I truly do. So that's just to, and it's, I always put it in the second, category, which was the possible blessings or obstacles. And this is the one of, well, unlimited options, really. It gives you 7, but there's so many. Focus on the one that's right for you. Listen and realize what messages are coming through and what intuition is very, very strongly leading you, because it's going to be the right thing. And yeah, you have great benevolent energies for this. So I love that. That is the highlighted connection. And then we go into the oracles, which I absolutely love as well, because they're filled with love and wisdom and inspiration for all of us. I was using the Art Nouveau Tarot until tomorrow, or the next reading, which will be tomorrow, for the mid-months, and I changed them up. And then I used this beautiful Wisdom of the Hidden Realms this month. And I just want to say that this is, once again, brought from love and, just the collective understanding of our capabilities and our intentional ways to manifest just incredible things. And this is for every single Pisces and every one of your connections, because you have many. You're a loving person. You always are wanting to reach, connect, and help others. It's just who you are. And it's coming back. It's coming back. You have the Rainbow Prince, compensation, perseverance. Well, that goes really well with this Taurus energy, because it's all about that fixed, steady, money sign of Taurus. And then, compensation, of course, is getting the fruits of your labor for what you've done and the hard work you put in and the ideas and the intentions and the love, chakra, your heart. Number 26, 2 plus 6 in numerology is 8. It is the most manifestive and abundant, prosperous number in the numerology. Look at that, the rainbow, it's just, well, I always get emotional when I see a rainbow, because it's one of the most beautiful things in the world. And as I always say, you have to have rain before a rainbow, but that's okay. It clears out things, and then you see the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right? It's a reality, for all of us. And we go through the tough times, and we go through the challenges, and we come through even stronger, because we never let go. We never stop believing. And so what it says in the booklet for you, though, under this 26 is, I think I just read this not too long ago, because I recognize the 8 always. When the Rainbow Prince appears as your ally, he reminds you about the law of compensation and the law of receiving. After the rainstorm, oh my God, okay. After the rainstorm, you've endured on your journey, the Rainbow Prince brings you a pot of gold. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't memorize this, but clearly I'm in sync right now, which is what I love and what I need to do for you in the readings. And I have read this in the past, but it definitely stuck in some ways, clearly. Well, the rainbow brings you the pot of gold, which is the result of your using all the elements of your inner light and reaching into the sky until you touch the material realm from one end to the other. And it's okay to do that, because that's the kind of life we're living in, of course it is. And you'll probably just give most of it away anyway, Pisces. This isn't always an easy process, and hard work must be rewarded by compensation. When you align yourself with the energy of giving in the highest value, your compensation is inherent in the act itself. But the message here is more than that. The Rainbow Prince says to keep your sights on the sky after the rainstorms that may have upset your life. Follow your bliss to the pot of gold waiting for you. Perseverance pays off, and your reward will be greater than you can imagine. And I fully believe that, and the energies that I've explained to you that will continue to come and get stronger through the 3 months of Jupiter in your sign, Pisces, is pretty evident, and Spirit is trying to express that in this reading for you as well, very clearly. So yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful time. And the next category, or I should say oracle, is the oracle I pick sometimes, and I love it, is the motivational manifestation cards. Because they do just that. They're sayings or expressions or, phrases that just, if we feel and say them enough, they're always on the up, always on the positive, which is what I choose to be around. We have that option always, right? Cup half full, cup half empty. What's it going to be? What is your choice? I've done both. I prefer the half full. That's my perspective, and that's what life's about, how we perceive things. Your beautiful message for you, Pisces, is how many times have we caused ourselves pain because we failed to pause and think? How would my best self view and respond to this situation? Now, I'm fully aware that we all have this kind of situation happen. I feel like I haven't met many Pisceans that have to really consider this, but there certainly will be a percentage, and it's just a beautiful reminder of, just to pause and think, especially as I said during the retrograde, if something comes over us and, we've taken something on and we've gotten hurt. When we're hurt, we tend to say things in reaction, right? The best of us, the most spiritual, we have our times, we are human. And it would be, how would our best self view and respond to the situation? I love that. So that's your special message of guidance and motivation. And I think you got this. I think you got, because you're going to be feeling so much love, and it's probably going to be where you just want to help people. You want to work through any kind of differences, and certainly in relationships. And then the last category, and I'm going to say my little spiel right now. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please push the subscribe button. And the like is really, really cool and super supportive for my channel. YouTube wants to see as many likes as possible, and they'll share and they'll let me continue to do my content. It's free, and it just takes a moment, and I really, truly, truly appreciate you doing that for me. If you feel so inclined, never otherwise, okay? But yes, I greatly appreciate that. And this last beautiful oracle, my OG deck, is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck. And that is where we bring into our lives the life and the feelings and the relationships and the jobs and the experiences that we choose. Okay, because we can absolutely do that. And we do it subconsciously, we do it consciously. I say let's do it consciously. And these wonderful cards have words and, I call them affirmations, mantras we can say and repeat. So I'll hold it up. You can take a snapshot. It will absolutely change you from the inside out, because it's energy, and that's what we are. That's when we put out a good energy, it certainly will come back. That is the law of attraction. You have that vibrant, I know Aries are one of the others, maybe Sagittarius, because, they are a fire sign. You've got that fiery ambition in you, okay? And you're going to be feeling that wonderful. Sagittarius eclipse is about higher learning, traveling, long-term travel, far away, foreign travel, if not physically, mentally, through the means of technology, which is the most phenomenal thing, right? And then new forms of technology will be coming through with this era of air that's going to be prominent for the next 20 plus years and more. Focusing on the learning and the expansion and the growth, and that, once again, the connecting in ways, far-reaching ways, philosophy, just wonderful truth, collaboration, fairness, all the things that Sagittarius really represent. And they also are ruled by Jupiter, so they want the best, they want to be happy, they want to be joyful, they want to share their wealth with others, very generous, caring people. So my true safety lies in my capacity to align with the love of the universe. When you do that, everything falls into place. But I know that you know that. And there's the new moon that just happened. So I'm sure if you haven't, and you still certainly can, the new moon will last, the effects will last to the next new moon, you know, and write down those intentions. What is it you really want to do and see change, you know, because then, well, it's up to you. It's what you choose, right? There's a lot of choices for you, a lot of options coming through for you. So yeah, just align with that love. You know about the love, Pisces. You're very, very keen and one of the best teachers of that, I think, compassion and love. So that's your reading. Super thankful to be able to be here with you and that you would stop in, and I appreciate that, like I said. So have a beautiful day. Take in this wonderful, wonderful energy coming through, and let me know what's going on. Okay, I'd love to hear that. I will always comment back. That's another thing about being a subscriber that I really, really like. So take good care once again. Until next time. Bye for now.